What's happening, gang? Okay, I have answers to questions. Not the best news, but could be a lot worse. A very, very common form of malignant cells. Yes, I have cancer. It's called adenocarcinoma. I have it in my lymph nodes and my right lung. If not for one teeny tiny little pinpoint speck, it would be stage 2 to stage 3. But because of that teeny tiny little speck and where it's at, that makes it stage 4. Curable, absolutely curable. Adenocarcinoma is one of the most common cancers, and I'm going to be starting chemotherapy in 6 days. I've known for a little while. It's just it's kind of hard to give bad news. I don't like giving bad news at all. I suppose you guys can look at me if you can hear me. I feel okay. I quit smoking, so you guys can jump for joy about that. I'm glad that I've finally kicked the habit. With help, I have what do they call that? Chantix, but it's a generic form. And I'm all sweaty and dirty because I just finished putting LED headlights in Ruby. Come around here, we'll take a look. What a pain, though. I'll tell you, the reason it was a pain was because I had 2 of the capture nuts. What you do is you pull, these are 5mm, you pull these out, 1, 2. Well, this one, the capture nut was just spinning in the glass reinforced nylon housing. So I had to get in, take the parking light, turn signal light out, get up in there and literally break away that capture nut and then get that capture nut off in order to get that out. And then the outside ones on both sides were fine. The inside ones, they were both stuck. This one was very stuck. This one wasn't as bad. So this one got put back together the way that it was, but I got the capture nut secured into the housing. But we've got LED lights all in the front now. We'll turn the headlights on here. Beep. Pretty bright. And of course the turn signals, they were already changed. Now there's the high beams. And I'm going to get the wiring kit that enables all 4 to be on at the same time. And there we go. And I've got marks here. That's my low beam location and high beam location with this door locked in place. And then with that door closed against, I have, or excuse me, not closed against, just moved over. So there's the high, excuse me, there's the high, and I put it on low. Which is the outside lights, and then the low. There. And that's the top edge of low, and then top edge of high. And that's how I adjusted the headlights to make sure that they were aimed properly and I wasn't going to blind people. And I'll probably take it out after dark just to see how much better I can see. I am going to have to polish the lenses. I think I'm going to retire this tractor, which has no high-low and no differential lock. It does have dual brakes, but it's the 18 horsepower Briggs powered. Just finished yesterday going through the entire deck, servicing the whole thing, getting all the grass out from underneath the belt guards, and I broke a couple of bolts off, had to knock those out, re-tap, and then I put anti-seize on everything. But deck's running great. That deck doesn't have very many hours on it. I've put all the hours on it, so let's take a look here real quick. 647 and 6/10. When I got this, it had 580, and I ran a 48-inch deck for the first 2 seasons. First 2 seasons. Then I got the 60-inch deck. This deck came with this tractor with the loader, with the zip loader, and this deck had not been mounted on that. This had only ever been used with the loader from, I think it had, I don't remember what Ron said, somewhere around 250, 300 hours on it. He bought it used. It was 1 year old. Then put the loader on it. The loader was on a Magnum powered, and then he got the Command powered, and unbeknownst to him, no differential lock. But he still put lots and lots of hours on this, about 1,150 hours. That doesn't include the hours I've put on it, or it does include the hours I've put on it, rather. But anyway, loader's going over here. We already know that. 860.9 hours on this one, and then this is the Magnum 20. Then up here is the Command 20 with just 946 hours. And I'm giving away that Sunstar. I have one out of my buddy Biggie Rat's, an 18 horse with no high-low on the trans and no diff lock, but it does have dual brakes, power steering, and it's got a 48-inch deck and a 46-inch snow blade. But anyway, 48-inch deck's going to go on this, and this snow blade here is going to go with it as well. That is going to go to a good friend of mine, so that he'll have a nice, good, dependable tractor. This one has one leaking hose. It's a power steering hose, similar to what we went through with Sunny. But at any rate, like I said, chemo's going to start on August 8th. They're doing immunotherapy and chemotherapy, both. And I will also be taking, Levitra, which is an oral immunotherapy pill. So I'm going to really feel like crap. I have felt like crap for a while. Just listless, no energy, real lethargic. I got put on a vitamin regimen by my oncologist, Dr. Siddiqui, great guy. He put me on some vitamins to help me feel better before the chemo even started. And I do. I feel quite a bit better. I did blood draws, and I had vitamin deficiencies in a few areas, so we got those squared away. I'll lose my hair, but that's no big deal. I just recently started growing it back, and it's been driving me nuts even having hair anyway, so trying to think about what else is new, because it's been quite a while since you guys have seen a video. Let me think. Oh, I don't know if you heard that or not, but these vitamins, for whatever reason, I gotta walk away. That's bad. They make me gassy. I have no idea why. But I'm real glad to have answers and to be able to give you guys some answers. I didn't want to come in and tell you I've got cancer, but I don't know all the details. That's good. Believe it or not, and this is straight from the oncologist's mouth to your ears, okay? My cancer is not because of smoking. Not because of smoking. All the years in factory work and being in the Navy and the older ships that I was on contributed to activating the cancer. I've not had a compromised immune system ever, really. I never caught COVID. I very, very rarely get ill, sick, like with a cold or a flu, and that's without getting the flu shot. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I had a cold. It's been that long ago. I don't get sick in that regard. But now my immune system's going to be fighting the cancer. So we're going to be keeping close tabs on my blood count, my hemoglobin, the white blood cell count, of course. B12 I'm on is to help with the blood. And then amino acids, just prescription strength vitamins to help me feel better and help me get along a little better. They're going to put a port in, is that tomorrow? Tomorrow morning? So many appointments, just unbelievable. All right, tomorrow is the 3rd. Yes. Port is going to get placed. That's where they're going to do the chemotherapy and immunotherapy injections. So they're not having to constantly try to find a vein, because they realized real quick they're blowing my veins left and right trying to draw blood. So we thought it best to just go ahead and get a port put in. That way they can just go directly into the port. They don't have to worry about hitting the vein, because my veins roll real bad. And even as warm as I am, I mean, you can see this vein pretty good. But typically, you go into a hospital, it's chilly. Most places are air conditioned. But then on Friday, I have another set of labs that they're going to do on the 4th before they start my chemotherapy on the 8th. And then we have to go through what's called a teaching. And that's just educating me about what to expect out of the immunotherapy and the chemotherapy. What my body's going to do, how it's going to react. I went through all this with Mom, and Mom beat a cancer that typically could not be beat. This is a cancer that is often beaten without any problem at all. So don't you guys do a bunch of worrying. About the only thing that's going to suck is getting the bills paid, because it's expensive. Another thing is right now we have a shortage in the U.S. of U.S. derived chemotherapy drugs. So, to keep me on schedule, which will be 4 runs of chemotherapy and immunotherapy, 3 weeks apart. So the 8th, and then 3 weeks from the 8th, 3 weeks from then, 3 weeks from then. And then that'll be it. 4 rounds of chemotherapy and immunotherapy. But they may have to use FDA, FDA allowed chemotherapy medication from China. So Dr. Siddiqui has been giving it, and it is as effective as the USA derived types of chemotherapy medications. Loud thump, shutting the hood. Thump. So I don't know how much over the course of the next 12 weeks you guys are going to see videos. I've been busting my tail most of last week and this week in between doctor's appointments just to get a bunch of stuff done and get caught up on stuff that had been lacking because I just felt so crappy and didn't want to get out and do anything. So I've been playing a lot of catch up, switching the Briggs powered, I told you. I'm going to switch the mower deck off of that and onto this beauty right here with 946 hours on it. But I'm going to switch things over to that just because that's a nicer tractor. And then this one's going to get a deck, and my buddy and neighbor Dave is wanting a Sunstar as a mower so that he can sell his diesel Cub Cadet, or not Cub Cadet, but Kubota. We picked that up for him 3 years ago, I think it was, and it's been dependable. Electric power steering on that thing. It's a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel, little diesel. It was 18 horsepower, something like that. Nice and quiet. Only had like 700 hours on it when he got it. I think it's got 750 on it now. But anyway, he's going to sell it, and then he's going to get this Sunstar. And it's been dead reliable for me. I've not had any issues with it whatsoever. None. Zip, zero, zilch. So Dave's just had a hankering for getting a hold of one of these. And if you want the snow blade, we'll get a snow blade for him too, or plow blade, whatever you want to call it. But at any rate, that's what's going on. So, a number of the foot dragger tractors, like the B12s, my old landlord, the Hydro 64 landlord, the custom, they're going to get sold. A lot of the motorcycles are going to get sold. The Kawasaki, my 2004 Goldwing. I'm going to keep the 2003 Yamaha V-Star. I am probably going to sell the 73 CB354 and 75 CB550 4-cylinder because I really don't ride a lot anymore, and when I do, I typically jump on either Garfield, the 75 CB550, or the Yamaha V-Star. The Yamaha V-Star has got very low miles. It'll last me a good long time, and it won't bother me to get rid of the two older motorcycles because the values on them has gone up exponentially over the course of the past 4 or 5 years. So just money makers. That'll help me pay for these medical bills that are going to be rolling in before too long. Priorities on getting these guys done is not there, but I didn't realize that hood had headlights in it on that wheel horse. Getting this finished up is just going to be a quick little wiring job, and then throwing the con clutch activation lever on it, running throttle and choke cables, and then get rid of that. The transmission for this is actually in the shop under the lift to be swapped out, and I'll probably have Mike come over because I'm going to give that to Mike, have him come over and take care of that. I'll just walk him through how to do it while I'm feeling like crap. I may even bring a lazy chair out here, an office chair, just so I can sit and be comfortable. The last Sunstar, which we have not talked about, is the 20 horse Magnum with a hole in the block that has the dual lift levers and rear sleeve hitch and rear PTO. That's going to stay as is. It's going to get an engine, and it's going to become a tiller, my tilling tractor. The 3-point hitch, category 0 3-point hitch, and 2000 RPM PTO is on the back of this one, and that's going to come off and get put on the loader tractor. So that's pretty much it. I will keep you guys updated as best I can through the community tab on YouTube. Just make sure you guys are subscribed and that you have notifications on. My battery's about to die. Just make sure you've got notifications on, and that you click the bell icon, have the bell icon set to all, and then you'll get all of my notifications, because it may not always be a video. It may just be a typed out message. So appreciate all you guys. I love all you guys. Thanks for all the emails and all of the people reaching out on Facebook and other social sites to check on me. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll all make it through this together. I'll give you guys an update, like I say, as soon as I can. Catch y'all later. Zippo, I'm out of here.